Ever feel like you've brushed off a disrespectful comment or behavior from a man just because you didn't want to make a scene? You're not alone. But here's the thing, you deserve better. You know, being a Sigma woman isn't about following the crowd or settling for less. It's about owning your worth, setting boundaries, and expecting respect in every relationship. But here's the truth. Sometimes we accept behaviors from men that we should never tolerate. We've been conditioned by society to let certain things slide. But the reality is, respect isn't negotiable. Let's talk about why it's time to stop accepting disrespectful behaviors and take back your power. There's this unspoken idea that women should just deal with it when men act out of line. Whether it's that condescending tone or the rude comment, society's been telling us it's not that big of a deal. But it is. When you let those things slide, they pile up. They chip away at your self-worth, your confidence, and your peace of mind. So here's the deal. I'm about to lay out 8 disrespectful behaviors that no Sigma woman should ever accept. These aren't just little annoyances. They can seriously affect your mental and emotional well-being. Let's go through them. 1. Dismissing your feelings. Have you ever opened up to a man about how you feel, only for him to brush it off with a comment like, "You're overreacting"? Or maybe he tells you that you're being too sensitive. If that's happened to you, that is a massive red flag. When someone dismisses your feelings like that, it's not just disrespectful, it's manipulative. It's an attempt to invalidate your emotions and make you question your own reality. You might even start second-guessing yourself, thinking, "Am I overreacting?" But here's the truth, your feelings are valid. They always are. No one should make you feel like you're being irrational for simply sharing how you feel. A man who truly respects you will listen when you express yourself, even if he doesn't fully agree with your emotions. That's called empathy, and it's something every healthy relationship should have. If someone doesn't offer that in return, it's time to stop and reassess whether this person deserves your time and energy. Dismissing your feelings is often a tactic used by people who want to avoid accountability. Instead of facing the situation, they try to make you feel like your emotions are not important, or worse, that you're the one at fault for having those feelings in the first place. Imagine this. You're upset because he's been distant, or maybe he forgot something important to you, and when you try to talk about it, he turns it into something that's all about your behavior, not his. He'll say things like, "You're always making a big deal out of nothing," or "Why do you always have to be so dramatic?" The moment he says something like that, you should take note. It's a sign that he's not willing to take responsibility for his actions, and instead, he's trying to deflect any blame onto you. A man who respects you will own up to his mistakes and acknowledge when his actions have hurt you. If he can't do that, it's clear that he doesn't value your emotional well-being. And here's something important to remember. It's never overreacting to stand up for your feelings. You're allowed to feel hurt, upset, angry, or frustrated. You're allowed to express that in a healthy and respectful way, and anyone who tries to diminish that has no place in your life. It's also worth noting that dismissing feelings is a form of emotional manipulation. When someone regularly tells you that you're overreacting or being too sensitive, they're subtly trying to control how you feel. By making you doubt your own emotions, they're in a way telling you that their perception of reality is the only one that matters. That's not okay. You deserve someone who respects your emotions, values your input, and makes you feel heard. A healthy relationship is built on mutual respect, and part of that is accepting each other's emotional expressions, even when they're uncomfortable or challenging. If you're with a man who can't handle your feelings, especially when they are shared in an honest and calm way, it's time to seriously reconsider the relationship. It's time to walk away. You deserve someone who not only listens to your emotions, but also makes you feel safe and understood when you open up. Someone who appreciates your vulnerability and meets you with support, not with dismissiveness. That's what respect looks like, and that's what every Sigma woman deserves in her relationships. Never settle for less. Remember, your feelings matter, and if someone can't respect that, they don't deserve a place in your life. Trust yourself and know that you are worthy of a relationship where your emotions are honored and validated. Walk away from anything less than that. Think about that for a second. Have you ever been in a situation where you've held back because you didn't want to make waves? If you've been there, you know exactly how damaging it can be. So, right now, take a moment, hit that like button if you agree. Your feelings matter and deserve respect. 2. Disrespecting your time. A Sigma woman knows her time is precious. She understands that time is one of the most valuable resources she has, and she doesn't waste it on things or people who don't respect it. Every moment spent should add value to her life. Time isn't just a ticking clock for a Sigma woman. It's about how she uses those hours to grow, achieve her goals, and focus on things that truly matter. If a man constantly keeps you waiting, cancels plans last minute, or doesn't make any effort to prioritize spending time with you, that's not just inconvenient, it's disrespectful. It shows that he doesn't see your time as valuable as his. When you make plans, you're dedicating a part of your day to someone. If that someone isn't taking your time seriously, what message is he sending you? The reality is, if someone truly values you, they will make time for you. And if he doesn't, it's a clear indication that you are not a priority. It's one thing if life gets in the way sometimes, but when it's a pattern, it's time to look at the bigger picture. A man who consistently cancels plans last minute, makes excuses, or keeps you waiting around is showing you that he doesn't respect your time or your life outside of the relationship. Don't let that be acceptable. Every time you're left waiting for him to show up, it takes a toll. It's not just frustrating, it's exhausting. You start to question your worth and wonder, why is he doing this to me? The answer is simple, because he feels like he can. He knows that you'll always be there, waiting. And that's where the disrespect lies. He's taking advantage of your time, making you feel as though your moments aren't as important as his. This is where you have to set boundaries. You are the one who teaches people how to treat you. If you don't value your own time, no one else will. A Sigma woman doesn't tolerate this kind of behavior. She makes sure to surround herself with people who respect her time, who understand that when she says, "I'm available," it means something. A man who doesn't make an effort to see you, to communicate with you, or to spend quality time with you is sending a very clear message. You're not that important to him. And that's not something any Sigma woman should accept. Instead, she recognizes when she's being undervalued and takes the necessary steps to protect her time. Sigma women are busy. They're constantly working on themselves, their careers, their personal growth, and the things that matter to them. They don't have time to waste on people who can't give them the same level of respect. If a man isn't making an effort to invest his time in you, you need to realize that you're not being treated as a priority. This behavior is disrespectful, and you deserve more than that. The right person will value you, your time, and your presence. They will be thoughtful, intentional, and consistent in making time for you. And here's the kicker: you should never settle for anything less. As a Sigma woman, your time is your power. When you let someone else dictate how it's spent without consideration for your needs, you're allowing them to take control of your life in a way that's harmful. Your energy is precious, and every second counts. Choose wisely who you spend it on, because your time is a reflection of your self-worth. Don't allow anyone to waste it. Don't wait around for a man who isn't showing up for you, because you are worthy of someone who will prioritize you. It's time to stop accepting mediocrity. Make your time count. Do you often feel like your time is being taken for granted? If that's the case, don't settle for it. Go ahead, leave a comment below and let me know if you've ever been in that situation. Let's get the conversation going. 3. Ignoring boundaries. As a Sigma woman, you understand the importance of setting boundaries. They are essential for maintaining your self-respect, mental peace, and overall well-being. When you set a boundary, you're telling the world, "This is what I will and won't tolerate." It's a powerful form of self-care and self-love, and a man who truly respects you will honor those boundaries without hesitation. However, if you find yourself with someone who repeatedly ignores or crosses your boundaries, it's a major red flag. Ignoring boundaries isn't just disrespectful, it's manipulative. It's about someone trying to control or overpower you, making you feel small or uncomfortable in your own space. Whether it's physical boundaries, emotional boundaries, or time boundaries, a man who doesn't respect them is showing you that he values his needs over yours. For instance, if you've clearly communicated that you need personal space or time to focus on your goals, and he continuously pushes you to prioritize him over your needs, that's a problem. If you've expressed that you're not comfortable with certain physical touches and he disregards that, whether it's something as simple as not respecting personal space or going further than you're comfortable with, that's a violation of your boundaries. A man who respects you will listen, understand, and never push past those limits. Boundaries are also essential in terms of emotional space. If you've told a man that certain topics are off limits, whether it's past relationships, sensitive issues, or anything else, and he keeps bringing them up to make you uncomfortable or force you into a conversation you don't want, that's a blatant disregard for your emotional boundaries. A man who respects your boundaries won't try to manipulate or guilt-trip you into situations that don't feel right. He'll recognize that your needs and comfort are just as important as his. And if he continues to push those boundaries, it's time to step back and assess the relationship. It's not about being controlling. It's about protecting your peace and ensuring that you're treated with the dignity and respect you deserve. A Sigma woman knows that her boundaries are sacred, and she never compromises them for anyone. There will always be people who will test your limits. Some may do it unknowingly, while others may do it on purpose. Either way, it's your responsibility to enforce your boundaries and walk away from those who choose to disregard them. You don't need to justify your boundaries to anyone, and you certainly don't need to tolerate anyone who challenges them. If a man is constantly disregarding what you've set in place, it's not a sign that you should try harder or give him a chance to change. It's a sign that you need to walk away and make room for someone who understands and respects your worth. As a Sigma woman, your boundaries are a reflection of how much you value yourself. You teach others how to treat you by the way you stand firm in your boundaries. If you allow someone to break those boundaries without consequence, you're teaching them that your comfort and respect are optional, and that's simply not the case. You are not obligated to tolerate anyone who refuses to honor your personal space and emotional well-being. Make it clear, either they respect your boundaries or they don't get to stay in your life. Your peace, happiness, and sense of self-worth depend on it. Never settle for someone who doesn't recognize the importance of your boundaries. Stay firm, stay strong, and know that you're deserving of someone who will respect your limits without question. 4. Belittling you or your accomplishments. A real man supports you, celebrates your wins, and lifts you up when you achieve something. When you work hard, overcome obstacles, and achieve your goals, a man who respects you will be there, cheering you on and acknowledging your success. He will make you feel proud of your accomplishments and inspire you to aim even higher. That's the kind of support you deserve. Someone who is your biggest fan, who encourages you to push yourself even further and never tries to hold you back. But if you find yourself in a relationship where your achievements are constantly being belittled or minimized, it's a huge red flag. If the man in your life is downplaying your victories, Making snide remarks or dismissing your accomplishments as unimportant, that's not support. That's disrespect. No matter how big or small your wins are, they matter. Every achievement, whether it's a career milestone, personal growth, or overcoming a challenge, is a reflection of your hard work, dedication, and resilience. When you've put in the effort to succeed, you deserve to have those achievements celebrated. If someone can't see the value in what you've accomplished, that's a clear sign that they don't respect you. You might have noticed it before. Maybe you've gotten a promotion at work, earned a new degree, or hit a personal goal, and instead of being proud of you, he acts indifferent or even tries to make it seem like it's no big deal. This kind of behavior is toxic. It's an attempt to minimize your worth and make you feel small. A real man doesn't want you to feel small. He wants to see you shine. He'll be proud of your success because he knows that your success is also a reflection of the strength, intelligence, and ambition you bring to the relationship. He won't try to tear you down. Instead, he'll lift you up. If a man is constantly belittling you, it's not just an isolated incident. It's a pattern of behavior that shows a lack of respect for who you are and what you've worked for. This behavior can have a damaging impact on your confidence and self-esteem. Over time, it can make you question your worth and start to doubt whether you really deserve success. But that's not your reality. You do deserve success, and you should never let anyone make you feel otherwise. It's essential to recognize when someone is intentionally belittling you or minimizing your accomplishments. It's a form of control, and it's rooted in insecurity. A man who feels threatened by your success will try to downplay it so he can maintain his sense of superiority. He may feel uncomfortable with the idea of you achieving more than him, and instead of being happy for you, he'll make you feel like you don't deserve it. This is not a reflection of your worth. It's a reflection of his inability to handle your greatness. As a Sigma woman, you are confident in your own abilities, and you should never allow anyone to make you feel less than. If a man is constantly belittling you, you need to ask yourself, is this the kind of relationship you want to be in? Do you really want to be with someone who doesn't see your value? The answer should be no. You deserve someone who will celebrate your wins, support your goals, and encourage you to keep growing. Never settle for someone who wants to keep you small. A real partner will lift you up, not tear you down. When you find someone who genuinely values your success, you'll know you found someone who respects you, someone who can stand beside you as equals, and someone who will always have your back, no matter how big or small your achievements are. So, if you're with someone who's belittling you or your accomplishments, it's time to walk away. You deserve more. You deserve someone who will make you feel like the powerful, unstoppable woman you are. 5. Being rude or condescending. No one has the right to talk down to you, especially when you're giving them the respect they deserve. If a man is constantly dismissing you, speaking to you in a condescending tone, or being outright rude, it's not just disrespectful. It's a sign that he doesn't value you as an equal. You deserve to be spoken to with kindness and respect, and no one should ever make you feel inferior, less than, or as if your thoughts and opinions don't matter. If his tone is always dismissive or condescending, that's a clear indication that he's trying to put himself above you. He might act like he's superior to you, belittle your ideas, or make you feel like your perspective isn't worth considering. A healthy relationship is built on mutual respect, and if he's constantly making you feel small, that's a huge red flag. It's not just the words they say, but how they say them. The way someone speaks to you says a lot about how they feel about you. If he's always using a tone that's rude or belittling, it's a reflection of how he views you, and that's not okay. A real man who respects you will communicate with you in a way that makes you feel valued, understood, and heard. He won't talk down to you or treat you like you're beneath him. He'll engage with you as an equal, with kindness and patience. If you're constantly on the receiving end of condescending remarks, it will start to take a toll on your mental and emotional well-being. Over time, you may begin to internalize those harsh words and start doubting your own abilities or self-worth. But you need to recognize that it's not you. It's the way he's choosing to treat you. It's his problem, not yours. No one has the right to make you feel small or less than. If his tone is consistently rude, dismissive, or condescending, you need to recognize that it's a toxic behavior and you should never tolerate it. It's not about having a disagreement or having a difference of opinion. It's about the way he communicates with you. A respectful partner will disagree with you respectfully. They will challenge your ideas in a thoughtful way, but they will never belittle or demean you. If a man can't engage with you respectfully, it's a sign that he lacks the maturity and emotional intelligence to have a healthy relationship. A Sigma woman knows her worth and won't settle for someone who disrespects her in this way. If someone is consistently rude or condescending, it's a reflection of their inability to see you as an equal. And that's something you should never accept. You are worthy of a partner who values you, supports you, and communicates with you in a way that's uplifting, not hurtful. Life is too short to tolerate toxic energy, and you deserve someone who brings positivity, respect, and kindness into your life. If he's treating you with disrespect, it's time to cut him off. There's no room for that kind of energy in your life. You don't have to put up with rudeness, condescension, or any form of verbal abuse. You deserve to be treated with kindness, and you should never settle for anything less. Don't let anyone talk down to you or make you feel inferior. Walk away from the disrespect, because you deserve to be treated with dignity and respect. If you allow someone to treat you poorly, you're teaching them that it's okay to disrespect you, but you're worth more than that. Don't be afraid to stand up for yourself, cut off toxic energy, and create space for someone who truly values you. You don't need that energy in your life. Before we move on, if you've ever had to stand your ground on something important to you, drop a like. It's important to stand firm in your boundaries. Now, let's keep going. 6. Playing mind games. A Sigma woman doesn't have time for manipulation. She knows exactly what she wants in life and is focused on achieving her goals, whether it's in her career, personal life, or relationships. She values clarity, honesty, and straightforwardness. If a man is constantly changing his story, playing with your emotions, or leaving you in confusion, that's toxic behavior. Manipulation is all about control, someone trying to twist your perception of reality and make you second-guess your own instincts. It's a tactic used by insecure people who want to keep you uncertain and unsure, because when you're unsure, you're easier to manipulate. For a Sigma woman, this kind of behavior is unacceptable. She doesn't have time to decipher mixed signals or try to understand a man's ever-changing narrative. If he's constantly telling you one thing and then contradicting it later, or if his words and actions never align, it's a clear sign that something is off. A man who respects you will be consistent, honest, and open. He won't leave you questioning his intentions or trying to figure out what he really means. If you find yourself feeling confused, unsure of where you stand, or constantly wondering if he's telling the truth, that's a huge red flag. A man who's playing mind games isn't invested in a healthy relationship. He's invested in maintaining control and manipulating your emotions to keep you on the hook. This kind of behavior can be emotionally exhausting. It makes you doubt your own thoughts and feelings, and over time, it erodes your self-confidence and self-worth. You start to question if you're imagining things or overreacting, but you're not. Your instincts are telling you something important. This isn't the kind of treatment you deserve. You deserve a relationship built on trust, where you don't have to constantly guess what's going on or wonder if you can trust what he says. A Sigma woman doesn't have time for that confusion. She needs clarity, and she demands it in every aspect of her life. If a man truly values you, he will make sure you feel secure, respected, and confident in the relationship. He won't keep you guessing or leave you feeling uncertain about his feelings. Mind games are a manipulation tactic that aims to make you feel powerless. A man who loves you will empower you, not break you down. If he's intentionally creating drama, playing with your emotions, or manipulating the situation to keep you in a constant state of confusion, it's time to walk away. Life is too short to be trapped in a cycle of emotional chaos. A Sigma woman knows that clarity is a non-negotiable part of any relationship. She won't settle for anything less than transparency and honesty. You deserve someone who communicates openly, who makes you feel secure, and who isn't afraid to be real with you. If a man can't provide that, he's not the one for you. Manipulative behavior may seem subtle at first, but it will wear you down over time. It's important to recognize the signs early on and take action before it becomes a deeper issue. The moment you realize someone is playing mind games with you, don't hesitate to cut them off. Walk away from the confusion, the emotional manipulation, and the toxic energy. You deserve peace of mind, not constant turmoil. A Sigma woman knows her worth, and she won't tolerate anyone who tries to undermine her emotions or her sense of self. Stay strong, stay true to yourself, and always demand the respect you deserve. You deserve clarity, not chaos. 8. Taking you for granted. If he's not showing appreciation for you, your efforts, or your time, he's taking you for granted. As a Sigma woman, you know your worth. You understand that your time, energy, and love are valuable, and you never settle for someone who doesn't recognize that. A relationship should be built on mutual respect, and part of that respect is showing appreciation for the other person. If a man is consistently neglecting to show gratitude for the things you do, whether it's the little things like listening to him, being there when he needs support, or the big things like making sacrifices to help him reach his goals, he is taking you for granted. It's easy for someone to get comfortable in a relationship, and when that happens, they may stop putting in the effort to appreciate the other person. They may start assuming that you'll always be there, that you'll always be available, and that you'll always show up for them no matter what. But a Sigma woman knows that you are not a backup plan. You are not someone's safety net or someone to just fall back on when it's convenient for them. You have your own life, your own dreams, and your own goals that you are fiercely pursuing. And you deserve a partner who respects that and shows appreciation for the time and effort you put into the relationship. When a man stops showing gratitude, it starts to feel like he's taking you for granted. He may not even realize he's doing it, but when you constantly give and give without receiving any recognition or thanks, it starts to hurt. It starts to make you feel invisible, like your presence isn't as important as it once was. That's not something you should tolerate. A healthy relationship is built on appreciation and gratitude. If a man truly values you, he will show you that he sees the effort you put into the relationship, and he'll make sure to acknowledge it. Whether it's a simple thank you for the things you do or expressing his gratitude for your support, a man who values you will never take you for granted. If he isn't showing that, it's time to reassess the relationship. You deserve to be with someone who makes you feel seen, valued, and appreciated for all that you do. A Sigma woman doesn't stick around for someone who doesn't appreciate her. She understands that her time, effort, and emotional energy are valuable, and she's not going to waste them on someone who doesn't recognize that. Being in a relationship where you constantly feel like you're being taken for granted is exhausting. It can lead to feelings of resentment and frustration. Over time, it can chip away at your self-worth, making you question if you're really as valuable as you know you are. But the truth is, you are valuable, and you should never feel undervalued. You are worthy of appreciation, respect, and love. If a man can't see that, then he's not the right one for you. It's time to move on. You deserve a partner who values you just as much as you value them. You deserve someone who will never take you for granted, someone who will always show gratitude for the time, effort, and love you invest in the relationship. You deserve to feel appreciated every single day. A Sigma woman knows her worth, and she won't stick around for anyone who can't see it. Don't let anyone make you feel like your efforts don't matter. You deserve so much more than that. Look, I know it's easy to brush things off, especially when you care about someone. It's natural to want to avoid conflict or discomfort. Maybe you've let things slide in the past because you didn't want to make a scene, or maybe you just didn't want to rock the boat. You thought, it's not a big deal, it's just this one time. But over time, those one times start to build up, and before you know it, You've been tolerating behavior that you shouldn't have ever accepted in the first place. The truth is, respect isn't optional. It's a must. You deserve to be treated with kindness, understanding, and consideration, and when someone is failing to provide that, it's not something you should ignore. Respect is the foundation of every healthy relationship, whether it's romantic, professional, or platonic, and it's non-negotiable. Think about it. When was the last time you truly put yourself first? When was the last time you said, "This is what I need, and I'm not willing to settle for less"? Often, as women, we put others' needs before our own because we're nurturing, compassionate, and sometimes afraid of confrontation. But in doing that, we risk losing sight of our own worth. If you've ever allowed someone's disrespect to slide, just because you didn't want to make things awkward or because you were worried about upsetting someone, now's the time to stop that pattern. You need to stand firm in your self-worth. No one else is going to value you the way you should be valued unless you make it clear that you value yourself. And that starts with setting boundaries, standing up for yourself, and demanding respect. You don't have to tolerate anything less. You are worthy of being treated with dignity, kindness, and respect at all times. So ask yourself, what are you tolerating that you shouldn't be? What behavior have you allowed because you didn't want to make a scene or because you didn't want to cause conflict? Now is the time to stop letting disrespect slide. It's time to protect your peace, protect your energy, and protect your self-worth. So, here's the rundown. Don't tolerate being dismissed. Your opinions, feelings, and thoughts are just as important as anyone else's. Don't let anyone make you feel like you don't matter. Don't let anyone disrespect your time. Your time is valuable. If someone keeps you waiting, cancels plans last minute, or doesn't make time for you, that's a red flag. You are not their second priority. Stand firm on your boundaries. Setting boundaries isn't selfish, it's necessary. It's about protecting your mental and emotional well-being. Don't accept belittling behavior. You are not here to be anyone's punching bag or emotional outlet. Your accomplishments, thoughts, and feelings deserve to be respected, not belittled or minimized. Reject rudeness and condescension. You deserve to be treated with respect, and no one has the right to talk down to you. If someone speaks to you in a rude or condescending manner, you have every right to walk away. Don't entertain mind games. You deserve clarity, not confusion. Manipulation has no place in a healthy relationship. If someone is constantly playing mind games, it's time to move on. Always make sure your opinion matters. If someone dismisses your thoughts or disregards your input, it's a sign that they don't value you. Your voice deserves to be heard and respected. Never let anyone take you for granted. If someone isn't appreciating your time, efforts, and love, they're not worthy of your presence. Don't waste your energy on anyone who doesn't recognize your worth. You are a Sigma woman, and you deserve respect. End of story. You know your worth, and you should never settle for less than you deserve. The moment you stop accepting disrespect, you open the door to a world full of possibilities. You start attracting the people who truly appreciate you, who value your presence, and who recognize your strength. And when you start demanding respect, you teach others how to treat you. You show them that you won't tolerate anything less than what you deserve. Stand firm in your power, and never forget that your self-worth is priceless. You have the ability to walk away from anything or anyone who doesn't treat you with the respect and love you deserve. You are strong, you are capable, and you are worthy of the best. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you experienced any of these behaviors in your relationships? Have you ever had to walk away from someone because they weren't valuing you the way you deserve? Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. Sharing your experiences can be empowering and help others who might be going through the same thing. Don't forget to like this video if it resonated with you, and be sure to check out my next video on empowering behaviors that every Sigma woman should embrace. There's so much more to learn, and you deserve to continue growing and thriving. Keep moving forward, and remember, your self-worth is priceless. Never settle for anything less than the best for yourself. You've got this, Sigma Queen. Stay strong and always stand firm in your power.